ॐ वक्रतुण्ड महाकाय सूर्यकोटिसमप्रभ निर्विघ्नं कुरु मे देव सर्वकार्येषु सर्वदा। ॐ श्रीमहागणपतये नमः। ॐ श्रीगुरुभ्यो नमः। हरिः ॐ। सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्। अस्मद्गुरुभ्यो नमः। श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानाम् आलयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पादं शङ्करं लोकशङ्करं। शङ्करं शङ्कराचार्यं केशवं बादरायणं सूत्रभाष्यकृतौ वन्दे भगवन्तौ पुनः पुनः। ईश्वरो गुरुरात्मेति मूर्तिभेदविभागिने व्योमवद्व्याप्तदेहाय दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। ॐ श्रीमेधादक्षिणामूर्तिस्वामिने नमः। ॐ सहनाववतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। हरिः ॐ श्रीगुरुभ्यो नमः। हरिः ॐ। ॐ भद्रं कर्णेभिः शृणुयाम देवाः भद्रं पश्येमाक्षभिर्यजत्राः स्थिरैरङ्गैः स्तुष्ट्वागुंसस्तनूभिः व्यशेम देवहितं यदायुः। स्वस्ति न इन्द्रो वृद्धश्रवाः स्वस्ति नः पूषा विश्ववेदाः स्वस्ति नस्तार्क्ष्यो अरिष्ठनेमिः स्वस्ति नो बृहस्पतिर्दधातु। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। हरिः ॐ श्रीगुरुभ्यो नमः। हरिः ॐ। Namaste once again everyone.
Namaskaram Guruji. Namaskaram.
Namaste Guruji.
Namaste. So you can all unmute yourself. We will chant the third mantra of the second section and also the bhashyam relating to the last quarter of the mantra. Okay, which is what we are discussing now. YasyagniHotram Adarsham Apaurnamasam Achaturmasyam Anagrayanam Atitivarjitam cha Ahutam Avaishwadevam Avidhinahutam Asaptaman Tasya Lokan Hinasti. Now the bhashya. Evam Dussambatitam Asampaditam Agnihotradi Upalakshitam Karma kim karoti Ityuchyate Asaptaman Saptamasahitan Tasya Kartuho Lokan hinasti Hinasti iva Ayasa matra phalatvat Samyak kriyamaneshu hi Karmasu Karma parinamanurupena
कर्म
परिणामरूपेण
परिणामरूपेण
भूरादयः
भूरादयः
सत्यांताः
सत्यान्तः
सप्तलोकाः
सप्तलोकाः
फलं प्राप्यन्ते
फलं प्राप्यन्ते
ते लोकाः
ये लोकाः
एवं भूतेन
एवं भूतेन
अग्निहोत्रादिकर्मणा
अग्निहोत्रादिकर्मणा
त्वप्राप्यत्वात्
स्वप्राप्यत्वात्
हिंस्यन्ते इव
इन्ष्यन्ते इव
आयासमात्रम्
आयासमात्रम्
त्वव्यभिचारी
व्यभिचारी
व्यभिचारी
इत्यतः
इत्यतः
हिनस्ति
हिनस्ति
इत्युच्यते
इत्युच्यते
पिण्डदानाद्यु पिण्डदानादि
पिण्डदानादि
अनुग्रहेण
अनुग्रहेण
वा
वा
सम्बन्ध्यमानाः
सम्बन्ध्यमानाः
पितृपितामह प्रपितामहाः
पितृपितामहः
पुत्रपौत्र प्रपौत्राः
पुत्रपौत्रपुत्राः
स्वात्मा उपकाराः
उपकाराः
सप्तलोकाः
सप्तलोकाः
उक्तप्राकारेण
उत्तप्राकारेण
अग्निहोत्रादिना
अग्निहोत्रादिना
न भवन्ति इति
न भवन्ति इति
हिंस्यन्ते इत्युच्यते.
हिंस्यन्ते इत्युच्यते.
Even the last quarter of the mantra, the Bhashyam is so big. Acharya doesn't want to leave anything to chance. He makes everything very clear. Okay. So we have already discussed this mantra and the Bhashyam on the 3 quarters of the mantra in detail. So I will not repeat them. And towards the end of the last class, we took up for discussion the Bhashyam on the last quarter of the mantra, which is Asaptaman Tasya Lokan Hinasti. And we just now read the Bhashyam of that mantra. And Bhashyakara introduces this portion by raising a rhetoric question and says that the answer is in this last part of the mantra. The question he raises is, Evam dussambatitam asampaditam agnihotradi upalakshitam karma kim karoti ityuchyate. Ityuchyate means, as we all know, this is being said. What is being said? Evam. Evam means in this manner. That is, if the Agnihotradi karmas are not done in the manner prescribed in the Shastra, or not done completely, that is along with the complementary and ancillary karmas like Darsha Paurnamasam, Chaturmasam, etc., what will be the consequence? So that is what is being answered in the last quarter of the mantra. And as I said, by saying Agnihotradi Upalakshitam Karma, Bhashyakara wants to emphasize that this question should be applicable to all the karmas, not just Agnihotra Karma alone. So whatever is being said applies to all the karmas. And then he goes on to explain Asaptaman. He says Saptama Sahitan Tasya Kartuhu Lokan Hinasti Hinasti Iva Ayasa Matra Phalatvat. So if Agnihotra and other related karmas are performed in a deficient manner, the result will be in the form of waste of effort alone, ayasa matra phalam. That means it will not give the prescribed result. And what is the prescribed result? The attainment of the 7 upper lokas. And therefore the Shruti says that due to deficiency in the performance of the karmas, the promised result of attainment of the 7 upper lokas will be destroyed. And Bhashyakara pointed out that we should not understand the word destroyed in literal sense, but in a figurative sense only. Therefore, the 7 lokas are as though destroyed. As though destroyed for the non-performer. For the person who has not performed the karmas properly. This is the manner in which it is to be understood. Now, there could be a question that if a person had done the ritual properly, as prescribed in the Shastra, which is the 7 upper lokas, he would have attained. So, he has done everything perfectly okay, and he attains the one of the 7 upper lokas. Because Jiva cannot exist in different lokas at the same time. And starting from Bhuloka up to Satyaloka, 7 lokas are there. So the question is, okay, you say Saptaloka, you will get which Saptaloka are you talking about? Are you talking about Bhuhu, Bhuva, Suva, Maha, Jana, Tapa, or Brahmaloka? That the mantra is not answering. So Bhashyakara answers that in the next sentence. He says, Samyak kriyamaneshu hi karmasu karma parinama anurupena bhuradayah satyantah saptalokah phalam prapyante. So what is the basis? He says, if karmas are done properly, then in keeping with the results of action, the 7 worlds, 7 lokas from Bhuloka up to Satyaloka are attained. That is, the Agnihotri would have attained one of the 7 lokas. And this would be in keeping with the Adrishtam or Punya born out of the karmas, born out of doing the karmas properly. So starting from Bhuloka and up to Satyaloka, based on karma and upasana he has done, he would have got one of the 7 lokas as a result. Now, what is the basis for this? Which loka he is going to get is the question that we are trying to answer. For example, let us take the case of chanting Gayatri Mantra itself. If one person chants 108 times and another person chants 1008 times on a daily basis, then depending upon the quantity, the phalam will vary. Obviously, the person who chants 108 times will get a lesser of the 7 lokas. One who chants 1008 will get a higher loka. And also, most importantly, it depends upon the quality also. With how much Shraddha he does Gayatri Japam. While doing the japa itself, he could be watching some TV program, or in the middle his mobile will ring, he will pick up and talk for some time, and then again resume the Gayatri japa. So he may be doing the japa mechanically, which is the mind is thinking of all kinds of things, whereas the tongue is doing japa. Or what is called multitasking, the mind is divided into compartments. One compartment doing Gayatri Japa, one compartment thinking what is the wife cooking today for lunch. Then another mind will be saying, oh, I've got so many pending things to do. I should do all those things. So mechanically the Gayatri Japam will be done. So all these qualitative aspects of the performance of any karma have to be borne in mind. And therefore, it may be Bhuloka or it may be Satyaloka, depending upon the quality and the quantity of karma. And if the very same karma is done along with Upasana also, Upasana Samuchita Agnihotra karma, that can give Brahmaloka Paryantam. It can give Brahmaloka itself. And therefore, Bhashyakara puts this condition. Karma parinama anurupena. In keeping with the grade of karma phalam, he will get any one of the 7 lokas. That is, if only the karma is done properly, phalam prapyante. But if the person does not perform the karma properly, what will happen? For that he says, te loka hai evam bhutena agnihotradi karmana tu aprapyatvat hinsyante iva. Te, those, loka hai, worlds, evam bhutena, of the type mentioned in this mantra. That is the deficient performance of the karmas. Agnihotradi karmana, the Agnihotra karmas, etc. Tu, however, aprapyatvat, being unavailable, hinsyante, destroyed, eva, as though. So, he says, however, because of the deficient performance of Agnihotra, etc. karmas, the words being unavailable, therefore the Agnihotra karmas are as though destroyed. Then he further says, ayasa matram tu avyabhichari ityatah inasti ityuchyate. Ayasa matram, as I just now told you, mere effort. Tu means however. Avyabhichari means constant. So if the karmas are not done properly, what will be the result? The constant result will be only mere effort will be wasted. You have done everything. Qualitatively also you have not done. Quantitatively also you have not done. But you have done all the karmas. That is not as per the injunctions of the Shastra. So the mere effort is the only constant result in the performance of all these karmas. Because if the person has done it well and attained the result, then also effort was there. And if he did not do it well also, then also required effort is there. So whether you do it correctly or you don't do it correctly, effort will be there. So ayasa matram tu avyabhichari. He said the effort remains constant. Iti, thus, this. Ataha, therefore, hinasti ityuchyate is said to be destroyed. And therefore it is said that this Agnihotra is said to be destroying the 7 lokas. So not getting 7 lokas is figuratively said to be destroying the 7 lokas. So now here the word Saptaloka was interpreted as 7 lokas or 7 worlds. That is Bhuhu, Bhuha, Suvaha, etc. Now in the next line, Bhashyakara gives another meaning of the word loka. He interprets the word sapta loka hai as people. Because the word loka has got a meaning as people also. And what type of people? He says 7 generations of people also can be called sapta loka hai. Then the next question is, which 7 generations are you talking about? He says, Pinda Danadi Anugrahena va Sambandhyamana hai Pitru Pitamaha Prapitamaha hai Putra Pautra Prapautra hai Swatma Upakara hai Sapta Loka hai Ukta Prakarena Agnihotra Adina na bhavanti iti hinsyante iti uchyate. We don't know whether the mantra itself intended to convey this meaning. But you see, this is the brilliancy of Bhashyakara. He just picks up the word Sapta Loka and looks at it from all the angles. That's why Bhashyam, has to be covering all angles, all aspects of what is said in the Upanishad, in the scripture. So Bhashyakara says there is one more possibility of interpreting this Sapta Loka. And what is that? 7 generations of people. And who are they? He says, deficient Agnihotra destroys 7 generations as it were. He has used the word iva in a figurative sense. These 7 generations are 3 up, 3 down, and 1 self. That is self, father, grandfather, great-grandfather, 3 generations above, then son, grandson, and great-grandson, 3 generations down. And as I said, self. So 7 generations. Now the question is, why do we take the 3 generation and above and 3 generation below? Bhashyakara says we are taking the 3 up and 3 down because every ritualist is connected ritualistically to the 3 generations above and 3 generations below. Because Shraddhadi karmas are connected to only 3 generations. But if we have to do for all generations lifelong, Shraddham is what we have to do. And therefore, Shastra has put an upper limit that 3 generations I am ritualistically connected. And similarly, the 3 generations below also I am ritualistically connected. And of course, I am in the middle being the connector. And so I am also counted. The 3 generations below are taken because after my death, hopefully I will receive the Shraddha karmas from the 3 generations below. Because my great-grandson will be the last person to perform the Shraddha karma for me. Then after that, his son, my great-great-grandson, will be only performing Shraddha karma starting from my son, my grandson and great-grandson. So I will be out of the loop. And therefore we take these 3 generations because hopefully if I get, good santati, dharmic santati, people, my generations who have Shraddha in the Shastra, Shastriya Sambandha is there, Vaidika Sambandha is there. So hopefully, that will be the great-grandson will be the last one to perform my Shraddha. So 3 generations up and 3 generations down and myself. And he says these 7 generations would have been benefited if Agnihotra, etc. karma had been done properly. But if they are not done properly, they would not get the benefit. And so this not getting benefit is called they are being destroyed figuratively. So he says, Pinda Danadi Anugrahena. Pinda Danadi means Pinda Dana, means giving a lump of rice. Those who have performed Shraddha Karma will know. When you go to Gaya and all that, the main karma you have to perform is Pinda Dana to your ancestors. It's a lump of rice, what I should say, cooked rice and made into lumps.
Small balls.
Small rice balls, yeah, correct. And that is, offered during annual Shraddham. As I said, Gaya Shraddham, if you do, most important offering is the Pindadanam. And there are something like huge number of pindams. Some 28,
64.
64 pindams.
64.
Yeah, huge number. I think you have recently gone to Gaya, isn't it?
Yes, last year. Last year.
I had gone some 20 years ago. So I don't remember how many, but the priest went on doing Pindadanam rather. Anyhow. So
But
Adi
two
stands,
places.
2 places, yeah, exactly. 2 places. So Adi stands for other
Vishnu
ritual.
Padam and the other Vriksha.
Yeah, Vriksha is also there. Yeah, correct. That's true. So here, Bhashikara says, Pindadanadi Anugrahena. The Adi stands for other rituals like Amavasya Tarpanam, Sankaramana Tarpanam, where black till, sesame with water is offered. Tilodakam is offered. So, Pindadanadi Anugrahena. Anugrahena means in the form of the blessing or help in the form of Pindadanam. That is Shraddha Tarpanadi Danam. Through such Vedic rituals, every Vaidika is connected to 6 generations up. Sorry, 6 generations, 3 up and 3 down. Therefore, Pindadanadi Anugrahena Va. And what is the significance of the word Va? Va means otherwise. Otherwise means, why does he say otherwise? Because this is the second meaning of the word Saptaloka. So he says Saptaloka, if you do not take the meaning of 7 lokas, otherwise you can take the meaning of Saptalokas as the 7 generations also. So the first meaning has been given as Bhuloka, 6 higher worlds. Now he says otherwise you can take the following meaning also for the word Saptaloka hai. Adi stands for giving Pindadana for ancestors and being the beneficiary of receiving Pindadana by 3 generations below him. That is the son, grandson, and great grandson. So if a person is in Grihastha he will take care of 6 generations, including himself, total 7 generations. And these are all very subtle aspects of all our Vedic Shastra. Karma Kanda. Today, suppose we have a son, we do so many things for the son. Materialistically, we provide everything for the children. But what we normally miss is that all these material things are not going to help the children. Temporarily, they are not finite things. They will come, they will go. All this, performance of these karmas, following the Shastra, doing everything as per the Shastra, that is what is going to pass on to them. All those punyas are going to, in the sense that the benefit of the punyas are going to pass on to them. And for us also, because of the punyam that we earn, we will also be blessed with good children, obedient children, children who will do all the sandhya vandana, the karmas regularly, like that. If it is not, then both upper 3 generation, lower 3 generation are going to suffer, because we have neglected the shastric injunctions. So that's why he says sambandhyamana hai, means generations which are connected with me through pindadana, etc. And he explains, as we just now saw, what are those generations? Pitru pitamaha, prapitamaha hai, father, grandfather, great grandfather, putra, pautra, prapautra hai, son, grandson, great grandson. And we have to supply atmana also oneself. By doing the favorable action by way of pindadana, any ajamana is the benefactor for 3 generations above him, and he will become the beneficiary. Remember, when the 3 generations above are concerned, we are the benefactor. They are the beneficiaries. Whereas for the 3 generations below us, we are the beneficiary and they are the benefactors. So, Swatma Upakara hai. These are the generations who are getting benefited by oneself. Swatma means by oneself. And Upakara means being helped, being benefited. So the 3 generations above are the beneficiaries of my karma, because through my karma, I give them the benefit. If they have any papa, my proxy karma can help them to mitigate the papa. Normally, whoever performs karma, that person alone gets the result. Yaha karta bhavati, sahayeva bhokta bhavati is the rule. But in the case of Shraddham, Tarpanam, etc., I can perform the karma and I can dedicate the benefit to the Pitrus, etc. Pitrum Uddishya, we do the karma, isn't it? If you understand these Amavasa, Tarpana mantras, Shraddha mantras, the Sankalpam itself is saying, I am doing this karma for the benefit of my Pitrus, not for my benefit. I dedicate this benefit to the Pitrus, and therefore, Swatmanaha upakaraha yeshante. Those people who get benefits through me. So they are the beneficiaries, I am the benefactor. That is the connection. Sambandhyama, that is the sambandha. And when it comes to the 3 generations, next 3 generations below, as I said, the order is reversed. I become the beneficiary and those 3 are the benefactors. They help me by their karma. So I am the helper with regard to the upper generation and I am the helped from the standpoint of lower generation. Thus helper, helped sambandha. Connection is there among these 7 generations. So the 7 generations of people are called Saptaloka. This is the second interpretation. Then he says, Saptaloka hai ukta prakarena agnihotradina na bhavanti iti hinsyante iti uchyate. Just sort of repeating or probably summing up the whole thing. Ukta prakarena, of the type mentioned, that is deficient. Agnihotradina, Agnihotra, etc. Na, do not, bhavanti, become. Means they don't become benefited. Iti, therefore, hinsante, destroyed. Iti, in this manner, uchyate, it is said. So these 7 generations are destroyed by the improper or deficient performance of Agnihotra. Previously, it was said 7 lokas are destroyed. Now it is said 7 generations are destroyed by this deficient Agnihotra. Now, listening to all these things, naturally we will all be scared and frightened, isn't it? I am not performing Agnihotra at all. So does it mean that all seven generations of my family will be destroyed? Because we will have, as human beings, as people who are, though not fully involved, but to a large extent we are involved with the Vedic karmas, isn't it? So such concern will arise. So here also we should note that they are not destroyed in the literal sense. It means what? These 7 generations will not be able to derive the benefit of all the karmas that a person doesn't do. Therefore, insante means as though destroyed. That means they don't get the benefit of the karma. And this non-attainment of the benefit is figuratively called destruction. Therefore, Bhashyakara himself adds, Hinsante ityuchate. So the Upanishad figuratively says Hinsante. Therefore, what is the conclusion? All this discussion we are having, you must remember, it is about Aparavidya. That we must not lose sight of in all these details. Aparavidya is good, all right, but it can be destructive also if it is not properly made use of. That is the message. So in this mantra, the idea conveyed is perform Agnihotra, etc. karma carefully and comprehensively to get the complete benefit. Do not do it casually. That is one purpose. Now, if you are slowly outgrowing, you have already got what you have through karma, then these instructions will help in getting vairagyam through examining the difficult conditions attached to the performance of these karmas. This is how the Upanishad very beautifully, very carefully, holding our hand, is leading us to Vedanta. So what is there? What is the alternative? You can do these karmas nishkama bhavena, in which care will be there, but fear will not be there. Because you are not expecting any material benefit. Only chitta shuddhi phalam is expected. And once this has been gained to a sufficient extent, then the nishkama karma also can be dropped. And one has to come to paravidya. And another aspect that we have to note is that in this mantra, a hyperbolic language is used. And that is allowed in Arthavada, glorification. The Arthavada in Shastra is of 2 types. One is praising what is to be praised. Another is Ninda Rupena Arthavada, in which what is to be avoided, the criticism is exaggerated. So in both glorification and criticism, some exaggeration is allowed to emphasize the point. In glorification, positive result is exaggerated. Similarly, in criticism, negative result is exaggerated. But this exaggeration should have clarity, both on the part of the speaker and listener. But when one is supposed to state a fact, at that time Arthavada is not allowed. So therefore, we cannot straight away dismiss all these things which the Shruti says as Arthavada. Because that will be one more interpretation somebody will give. Oh, you are just trying to scare people by saying all these things. Upanishad is scaring people, especially in Kali Yuga. when everybody is only focused on materialistic pursuits, nobody has got any, inclination or time for karma. So somebody could say that this is all meant for arthavada, glorification and nindastuti. We must understand that that is not the case here. This is a stuti is stating a fact which is there in the karma kanda. So that we must understand. So with this, the commentary upon the third mantra is over. Now we will move to the fourth mantra of the second khanda of the third or 13th mantra of the Upanishad. Okay. So we will read the mantra. First chant the mantra. Unmute yourself.
Guruji,
Yeah.
where to exact line, Guruji, now? Whatever we are doing now.
Oh, you mean in the Bhashyam?
Yeah, I have that color tricolor.
One second. I will just tell you.
You start with Kali Karali.
No, I don't know where is that.
No, page number you give him. One second, let me open my file. I'll give you the page number.
Page number. Page number. I have taken the print and it is page number 10.
1 second, let me check.
This seventh sloka, 117, or we are at
Mundaka 1, 2. In the this thing, it is a page number. I will tell you.
124.
124.
124.
Okay.
Page number
124.
17.
124
PDF
starts as
file.
Guruji,
PDF.
124 starts as Tasmai Sa Hovacha. No, not that.
No. 124.
Oh, 124. Okay, one.
Page 17 you go.
Okay, good. 1 minute.
1.2.4.
Yeah. Got 17 page number?
I have a 17 page number.
So the Kali Karali is there.
In page references, mine is showing 11, 12. Oh my God. Yes, Kali Karali. I got it. Guruji.
Got it. Okay.
Yeah. But page number is 12 for me.
Oh, 12 for you. In my this thing, it was 17.
Sorry, no problem, Guruji. I'll ask every time. So
No, that's okay. I mean, I'm glad that you are following the text, That's how you must study, Class also, school, college, If the teacher is teaching a text, we will normally have the textbook in front of us, isn't it?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Good. So we will chant the mantra.
Ah.
Kali Karali Cha.
Kali
Karali
Karali
Manojavahascha.
Manojavahascha.
Sulohitaya cha.
Sulohitaya
Sudhumravarnah.
Sudhumravarnah
Sphulingani.
Pulingani
Vishwaruchi cha.
Vishwaruchi cha
Devi Lelayamana iti.
Devi Lelayamana iti
Sapta Jihvah. So another mantra. I mean, what is the Shruti trying to do here? We must understand. Trying to demonstrate what all things one needs to keep in mind while doing the karmas. So, one more aspect of the doing the karmas is being highlighted here. And Bhashyakara, no introductory comments he gives. Even the Bhashyam for this karma is a very short Bhashyam. And in fact, in the Bhashyam also for a large part, he just reproduces the mantra itself. But I will give you the gist of the mantra. If you remember, in the second mantra of this khanda, that is 1, 2, 2, it was said, Yada lelayate hi archihi samidhe havyavahane tada ajyabhaga antarena ahutihi pratipadayet. This was said in the context of the Agnihotra karma. So, when the oblations are offered in the Agnihotra karma, that should be offered Ajya Bhaga Antarena, means in the middle of the Homakundam. And when the fire is very well kindled, that means not a smoky fire. And at that time alone, the Yajamana should offer the obligations. And it was said, Lelayate, dancing flames, etc., isn't it? Now, those flames which should be dancing when Ahuti is to be offered are described here. Of course, the oblation, first of all, should be offered into the Agni Kunda only when the flames are shooting out. Now, in this mantra, the Upanishad talks about 7 types of flames of Agni. And each flame can be compared to the tongue of Agni Devata. We have got only one tongue. And that itself is the root cause of all our problems, both emotional problems as well as physical problems, isn't it? That imagine Agni Bhagwan has got 7 tongues. And Agni Devata should stretch out any one of those 7 tongues, only then his mouth is open, and only then you can offer the oblation. So in this mantra, the names of the 7 tongues are given. In fact, in English also, we have got the expression tongues of flame, isn't it? And that must have come from Veda only. Many expressions in English, you can easily relate back to our Shastra. I don't know whether it is coincident or it's deliberate. I mean, people read the Shastra and then put those into words in English. I don't know. Anyway, so we will see the meanings of the words of the mantra. Learn the names of these tongues. Kali means dark colored flame. Mother goddess is also called Kali. Kali said. Because in that version of mother, goddess is dark complexioned. If you go to Calcutta, Bengal, that Kali Mandir, you can see the dark complexioned Kali. Karali means fierce, terrible, frightening flame with high temperature. Cha means and. Manojava, the one who has the speed of the mind, fast moving flame, fast like the mind. Javaha means speed. Manaha means mind. Cha means and. Then Sulohita, deep red color. Lohita means red color. Sulohita means deep red color. Ya, one who, cha, and. Sudhumra Varna, having a good color like that of smoke, smoky colored flame. Swilingani, sparkling. That flame which has got sparks. Vishwaruchi. Vishwa means many here in this context. Multi. Ruchi means color. So multicolored, cha, and Devi, bright, splendorous, which is an adjective to Vishwaruchi. So bright, multicolored flame. bright, splendorous, multicolored flame. Lelayamana hai, moving, dancing about. Iti, in this manner. Sapta jihva hai, the 7 tongues of the fire. These are the 7 tongues of the fire which are moving or dancing in the Agni Kunda. So since there is nothing to explain, we will go to the Bhashya. And Bhashyakara just completes the Bhashyam in one sentence. Kalyadhya viruruchi anta lelayamana agnihi havirahutihi dasanartha etah sapta jiva. Basically, just rephrasing the mantra itself. Kalyadhya hai, Kali adhya hai, starting from Kali. Viruruchi anta hai, ending with Viruruchi. Lelayamana hai, moving or dancing about. Agner havihi, ahuti grasanartha. So this compound, it's a compound word, we will split. Agnehe havihi ahuti grasana artha hai. Agnehe means of fire or flames of fire. Grasana artha hai. Artha means for the purpose of grasana, consuming, devouring. So these flames are for the purpose of consuming what? Ahuti, oblations, whatever material we are offering. Havihi, material to be offered. When the material is outside the Yajna Kunda, it is called Havis. And when that material is offered in the Agni, it will called Ahuti. It will be called Ahuti. So Ahuti and Havis are not two different things. For example, while doing some of the, Agnihotradi karma, not Agnihotradi. Yeah, Agnihotradi also we will be offering the rice, That rice will be called Havis when it is yet to be offered. And when it is being offered, it will be called Ahuti. Just all, extra information. Eta hai. These are the Sapta Jihva hai, the 7 tongues. So starting from Kali, ending with Viruruchi, these are the 7 tongues of fire which are dancing or moving about for the purpose of offering the oblations in the form of Havis, which is offered as Ahuti. And that is why the fire has got the name Sapta Jihva hai. That is all there in this mantra. Now we will go to the next mantra, the 14th mantra. We will chant the mantra. Eteshu
Eteshu
yascharate
Yasharate
brajamaneshu
Brajamaneshu
Aneshu
yata kalam
Yatakalam
Kalam
chahutayah
Chahutayah
hyadadayan
Yadadayan
tam
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 nayantyetah
Nayantyetah
suryasya rashmayah
Suryasya Rashmayah
yatra devanam
Yaddevanam
patirekodhivasah.
Patiretodivasah
So I will give you the Padacheda first because this mantra has got lot of samasa and also varnamerana. So the Padacheda is eteshu yahacharate brajamaneshu yathakalam cha ahutayah hi adadayan tam nayanti etah Suryasya Rashmayah Yatra Devanam Patihi Eka Adivasaha. So first I will give you the gist of the mantra. Previously, the Upanishad pointed out that the improper Agnihotra will destroy the karma phala. Now, the Upanishad is saying proper Agnihotra, proper performance of Agnihotra will produce karma phalam. And we must remember, Agnihotra is only a representative ritual. Here, so far as Mundaka Upanishad is concerned, the example of Agnihotra is taken which represents all Vaidika karmas. So the idea given here is that the person who does Agnihotra and all associated karmas as ordained in the Shastra, then that person will attain heaven. And again, that is presented in a very figurative way. It is said that such a person will get punyam every time he does Agnihotra and associated karmas. It is like a recurring deposit, This punyam is called apurvam in the language of Purva Mimamsa. In common language, it is called punyam or adrishtam. So every time a Yajamana performs the karmas properly, he will get 1 unit of apurvam. And throughout his life, he would have done so many karmas and earned a lot of punyam. So all apurvams put together will produce a result in the form of attainment of heaven. So as I said, like a recurring deposit, you have a RD account. I don't know these days whether it is there or not. Earlier days, we used to have the recurring deposit account. You can have it for 5 years, 10 years, 1 year, etc. Then you go on depositing some money in the account every month. So at the end of the period, you will have a large amount of money with which, depending upon how much you put every month, sometimes you could even buy a small house, car, etc. Similarly, the punyams also will get accumulated in the name of the Yajamana. And the accumulated punyam will not become active until the Yajamana dies. Because the phalam is Swarga. And the Swarga he can go only after death, isn't it? Of course, unless one is Trishanku. But he was also kicked out of Swarga. Therefore, until the time of death, the punyams will get accumulated. And when this Vaidika dies, and the Antyeshti karmas are done, and this physical body is, incinerated, burnt, the accumulated punya karma will become active. It is like that, some of these LIC policies. There are 2 types of policies. One is got the death benefit policy. I think life policies are something that they are called.
Whole life.
Huh?
Whole life policy.
A whole life policy. In fact, I remember, long ago, there was one LIC agent who was pestering me to take this whole life policy. And he said, every month you go on depositing some money, or every year some premium you pay. And then after your death, your family will get all the money. I said, what is the benefit for me? After I die, whether family gets it or not is not of my concern. Then he said one more thing. If you stop the premium for 1 year or 3 years, then the whole policy will lapse. And then you will get whatever you have deposited refunded, but after a huge deduction, as penalty or something. I told him I'm not interested in this policy. So this here also, the same system. Only after death, that punyam you will get the benefit. So here the Upanishad is actually presenting all these karma phalams as devatas. It's a symbolic presentation, as I said. The karmas or oblations are presented as various deities, and these punyam deities, they will guide the jiva to Sargaloka through a special path, which the Upanishad calls Suryasya Rashmaya. More of this we will see in the next class. Okay. Om Purnamadav Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadhaya Purnamevavasishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om. Thank you all very much. Dhanyavadaha.
Thank you, Guruji.
Thank you.
Nowadays, it's
Thank you,
called
Guruji.
systematic investment plan.
Okay. Yeah. In mutual funds.
Yes.
But there,
Hari Om Guruji.
it is not good after death. You can stop the investment plan, take your money, with some return. But the LIC policy, this whole life policy, only after death you will get the benefit.
Yes.
That's the difference. Anyway, namaste. 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 Said namaste to them. Yes, Arun Kumarji.
Thank you.
Guruji,
Namaste.
this is regarding this Bhashakaras that why in the performance or the defective performance of the karmas of Agnihotra and related karmas, if we don't do it properly, it will not benefit and the 7 generations will not get anything. So alternatively, you had mentioned that we should adopt Nishkama karma attitude, correct, Guruji? So that will come under Upasana Yoga, or how do we?
No. Upasana will be meditation. Here you perform the karmas, and in the Sankalpa itself you say that I am not wanting any Swargaloka and all that.
How do we tell our Purohits to?
Yes, you can tell the Purohit.
Okay.
Don't include Sankalpa, Dhanam, Dhanyam, Pashum, Bahuputra, Labham and all. I am not interested. Be very clear. And if you are doing the karma, normally if you have learned all these things, doing it yourself, you yourself will be saying the Sankalpam.
Correct.
So you can say, as I told, I think in the Bhagavad Gita class also, same thing. Almost the topics are parallelly running between.
Yes, Guruji. Yes, Guruji.
There also, Chitta Shuddhyartham, Loka Kshemartham, Ishvara Prityartham. That's all. I don't want anything else. This is what I want, Chitta Shuddhi. That's why I am doing this karma. The advantage there is that even if there is some mistake you commit, what will be your loss? Only to that extent the Chitta Shuddhi will not be there. So you can always make it up later rather.
Guruji, another thing, is this possible for our Pitru Karma? While doing Pitru Karma? No.
No, Pitru Karma, you are not doing it for yourself,
For others.
Pitru Karma, you are only a benefactor. It is supposed to be for somebody else. A money order, post office, you go and give money order. The postman has to go and deliver it to the addressee. You cannot keep the money himself. So
Thank you.
that is not possible for Pitru Karma. But other karma, for example, the Agnihotra karma, they are the benefit for you only.
Okay.
You go to Sargaloka and all that, right? That you can change that. You got the right to do it. Okay.
Thank you, Guruji. Thank you.
Hari Om. Yes, Girish ji.
Hari Om, Guruji.
Hari Om.
The emphasis here is actually, since the last couple of classes, we have been discussing about all karma kanda, all related to karma kanda, and the benefit, though it is guaranteed unless otherwise you do it perfectly as per the norm.
Correct.
It is very difficult. So, but we have taken to me, I believe we have taken a long way to make us understand it is very, very, very difficult for us to attain through Karmakata. Don't you think so?
That is true, because we are today, that's why I said that these discussions could be boring also. One of the because the point is,
Yeah,
Bhashyakara's Bhashyam we are studying.
correct.
And the Bhashyam was written at a time when everybody was properly following all these things.
Oh, okay, okay.
Okay, you have to understand the context in which Bhashyakara
Agree,
was doing
agree.
all these things.
Correct.
Today, we don't want to even study all these things. That is our situation. Correct.
Yeah.
But Bhashyakara is highlighting, because that time people said there was a very firm view that you don't need Vedanta, you don't need Upanishad, you don't need Atmajnanam for moksha.
Oh,
Because
okay,
their interpretation is going to Swarga itself is moksha.
okay.
Okay. Even now, lot of people believe that going to
Yes.
Swarga is moksha. They don't study the 9th chapter of Bhagavad Gita. Chine
Bhagavad
punya
Gita.
patte lokam vishanti. They do forget totally. They ignore it.
Correct.
They think going to Swarga, moksha means what? No rebirth.
Yeah. Correct.
That is moksha. One of the main aims of moksha is that you are merging, the individuality is merged with the total, right?
Correct. Correct.
You become
Microcosm to
one.
macrocosm. Yeah. Correct.
So those days also, these karma kanda people who said that this Upanishad and all are just addendum, optional,
Okay.
you don't need. For moksha, this is enough. What? Do all the karmas properly, and then you do upasana, you go to Brahmaloka,
Yeah.
there you get all this Atmajnanam, then you get moksha.
Okay.
That also we discuss, Krama Mukti, discuss
Yes,
in
yes,
Bhagavad
yes.
Gita. But they said, so that is why they were saying that this is not required. Acharya's Advaita theory was that Siddhanta was that is not possible. Because for that, you have to pay attention to all these things.
Yeah, yeah.
Isn't it? So he was trying to refute the arguments of those people who are doing all these Agnihotra karmas, everything perfectly.
Okay.
But he said that is not enough for moksha. That is why he is now, and that is what he says Upanishad is also trying to point out.
Correct.
Otherwise, why should Upanishad talk about karma kanda, Agnihotra, the karma, and things like that and all? Nothing to do with Upanishad. The moment you come to Upanishad, you actually have to give up all karmas. Because in olden days, people studied Upanishads only after taking sannyasa.
Okay. Okay.
Sannyasa ashram was meant for study of Vedanta. Grihastha ashram was meant for doing all karmas with a karma yoga attitude. And Vanaprastha ashram is a bridge between Grihastha ashram and sannyasa, where you basically learn to give up things, and keep karma to a very less extent and upasana to a larger. Upasana predominant ashrama means Vanaprastha ashrama.
Okay.
Then once that also is there, you go to sannyasa ashram, where all the karmas you give up.
Okay.
Focus only on Vedanta. This was the system. Today, everything is all mixed up and confused.
And with due respect, even getting the right people for doing this right job, I mean, right karma is also difficult. Even Purohit are all diluting, They are telling, okay, this is not there, no problem. That is not there, that is no problem.
Exactly. So we are now, unfortunately, studying all these things in the Kali Yuga. Surrounded by, nothing is possible now. All these things.
Correct.
That is why Kali Yuga, the best course is what? Vedanta. In Vedanta, when you come to Atma Jnanam, when you come to, Shravanam, Mananam, and Nididhyasanam, no
Yeah.
karma is involved.
Agree. Oh.
Hands are not involved, legs are involved, no namaskara, nothing. Only mind, intellect is involved. So that is the best for moksha in Kali Yuga.
Mm.
But then many people say, no, in Kali Yuga it is said that you must take only all this Sangeeta, Kirtanam and all that.
Nama
Moksha,
Sankirtan.
Nama Sankirtan.
Mm.
That also they are not wrong. But what the point they are missing is Nama Sankirtanam will give you Chitta Shuddhi.
Agree.
And through that you will come to Vedanta and then you will get moksha. So that is
Yeah.
the link they miss when they say Nama Sankirtan.
Very true. Very
So all
true.
that we have to understand in the context. And this is all maybe another about 2-3 mantras. Then when we go to the Paravidya area, then we will get
Correct.
into our standard, Vedanta teaching rather.
Correct. Please. Thank you very much.
Hari
Yeah.
Om.
Hari.
Any other question?
Guruji, like the way we discuss, 3 generations up, 3 generations down. So I witnessed in my uncle's case, 3 generations were there. And the great grandson did the Kanakabhishekam for him with gold coins.
Yeah. That is true, but that's again a very rare occasion that you have 3 generations of sons from the son's side.
Correct, son's side.
Yeah, son's
son's grandson.
That is a very, very rare occasion.
Yeah.
Normally, you may have a 3 generation from the daughter's side, But to have some the son's side, because son, normally marriage age of son is later than the daughter's marriage age is there. So for
Daughter's age, yes.
to live. And in fact, Kanakabhishekam means 100 years.
Correct.
That
He
is
was
the
90
age,
plus already.
that is the full age of a jiva in the earth. So once you reach 100 years, you are supposed to have reached that stage where you have seen 3 generations and Kanakabhishekam is done to celebrate that great achievement, which is a very rare occasion. But there are people...
Probably in his case, in his case, 90 plus, he saw 3 generations.
Yeah.
And it was done.
It was done, yeah. That is true. In fact, I know of one of my classmates. I don't know whether 3 generations are there. His father is 102, still alive.
Oh.
Yeah, he's 102.
Great.
Unfortunately, my
Fantastic.
classmate, he doesn't have any child. But his brother is there in Australia. He has a child. Now, I don't know how old they are and all that. But 3 generations, he is 102 years old.
Guruji, I am so lucky. My mother is still alive.
Oh.
104.
Wow, Hari Om.
Hari Om.
Oh, wonderful.
And she does all her activities by herself. Till today.
Most of the old people like that only,
Yeah.
That is what gives them the long life.
True.
That's really wonderful to hear.
Thank you.
Very good.
Okay, then.
Okay, Guruji. Thank you very much. Namaskaram, Guruji.
Next class, Hari Om. Thank you.
Thank you, Guruji. Namaste, Pranam.
Thank you, Guruji. Namaskaram.